What up, YouTube? I love The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. When I'm filming this, episodes 1 through 4 have been released, and they are amazing. Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan are doing an amazing job. But I'm kind of astonished at how invested I've become in this show. Don't get me wrong, I was super excited to get this. Any MCU content is good in my book. And I certainly liked Bucky and Sam as characters beforehand. I probably like Bucky more now I'm thinking about it, but it's only because of the history he has with Cap, and I feel like I knew him better as a character. But this show really got them on my radar, just like WandaVision did for, well, Wanda and Vision. I guess any character with a standalone film or series just like naturally stands out more, right? I should probably make a separate video about how much I liked WandaVision. I know the hype has died down a bit around the topic, but I can still gush about how much I enjoyed it. Anyway, as I was saying, I have been fangirling The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There are so many brilliant things about this show, but let's start with the acting. I don't claim to be an expert on acting or anything like that, but the acting in this is excellent. I feel like sometimes when people act, you see them doing things or saying things pretending to be another person. But the way I see it in good acting, you don't see that person anymore, you just see the character. So when looking at the series, I don't see Anthony and Sebastian, I just see Sam and Bucky. And oh my god, there was one scene in particular, and anyone who has seen the show will know what I mean. Spoiler warning, I guess, if that wasn't obvious from me talking about the first 4 episodes of this series. The flashback scene to Wakanda. Oh my goodness, it was brilliant. It was heartbreaking. It was beautiful. It actually brought me to tears. If Sebastian Stan does not get an Emmy for this, I will be outraged. The pure horror and fear of becoming the Winter Soldier again, and then the realization spreading across his face that he's free. My goodness. It was just brilliant. It was awesome to watch, and I mean awesome, as in I was full of awe. It was incredible. I really just wanted to give Bucky a hug. I know he's fictional and all that, obviously, but oh, don't you just feel for him? There is a certain relatability to him. Not the being hypnotized and murdering people. I don't hope. But the trauma or the regretting actions in your past and trying to move past them. I think there are many people who can relate to that. Whew, okay, next thing. On a lighter note. The relationship between Sam and Bucky is hilarious. They are shady, they are sarcastic, but they very clearly still care about each other. I mean, they're staring, they're not moving the car seat up callback, the discussion about wizards. It's brilliant, I love it. Their dynamic just works. I also love that they like check in with each other. One scene in particular comes to mind when Bucky has to pretend to be the Winter Soldier again. Sam is clearly worried, and like rightfully so. That cannot have been easy on Bucky. And when Carly threatens Sam's family and tells him to come alone, and Bucky immediately says that he's coming along, that's good. I love seeing their friendship develop. I'm really into the buddy cop comedy aspect of the show. Please give me more. Please. Oh, my camera light is flashing at me. Okay. My battery was kinda dead, so I had to take a break. But I'm back! Where was I? Right, let's talk about Sam. So one half of the show is clearly about Bucky and the trauma that he needs to deal with, and the other half, in my opinion, is about Sam and the racism he faces. And I know I am not the #1 person you would go to for issues of discrimination of people of color, and I'm not here to whitesplain or anything like that, and there are many creators who discuss their experiences with discrimination, and you should definitely go and listen to them rather than me about this. But I'm just here to like share my thoughts, just briefly. Can't talk anymore. Share my thoughts, what's British? I'm just here to share my thoughts, just briefly. That's it. So there's several moments that stand out, but a really big one clearly is that Sam gives up the shield because he doesn't think he's worthy of it, and they tell him, oh yeah, you did the right thing, and then they just give the shield to this random other guy who is more qualified? Question mark? No, he isn't. Sam is a freaking Avenger. He fought Thanos twice. Not once, twice. He counseled veterans. He was handpicked by the original Captain America. How more qualified can you get? But no, let's give it to this other dude, I guess. Okay, next thing. The show establishes Isaiah and the fact that there was a black super soldier and he was a hero. He fought against Hydra. He kicked the Winter Soldier's ass. And what did he get for it? He went to prison and was treated like a lab rat. It's outrageous. No one would have dared to do that to Steve Rogers. No one. Oh, next, the scene where Sam and Bucky get stopped by the police. I held my breath. I was so tense. My mind was running all these worst case scenarios. It was super stressful, and this was fiction. People face this kind of bullshit every day, and they can't get out of it by simply mentioning that they're a hero like Sam. Like, kudos to the show for mentioning this. There's more, but I don't want to turn this into a rant. The thing is, I think the Falcon and the Winter Soldier did a good job bringing up these issues, because it would be unrealistic to have a black Captain America without addressing that he might be treated differently because of the color of his skin. The show really doesn't sugarcoat it. And really, props to the show for talking about these serious issues like trauma and racism. Okay, I need a second to, cleanse my mind from getting from the serious to the silly. I've been talking for a while now and I still have more to say. Okay, positive thing, the fight scenes are awesome. I love seeing the wings in action in hand-to-hand combat. It's amazing. But also I love seeing Bucky fighting as himself. I love that there's a difference because the Winter Soldier was a brutal killing machine, whereas the non-hypnotized Bucky fighting as himself, I think he really tries to stick to rule number 2. No one gets hurt. It's kind of a big one for him, because we saw how easy it is for a super soldier to kill someone, even on accident. Moving on, the Dora Milaje are freaking badass. They are breathtaking, and they aren't even super soldiers. The entire scene where they fight, they kick ass. It's so cool. And also, and this is more of a side note, this show makes me want to practice my fighting skills and my non-existent knife throwing skills. That's not just me, right? I clearly need to make another video about this show because I could talk about it for hours. I am not joking. Ever since the first episode came out, I have been thinking about it every day. I'm a bit obsessed, maybe. But it's a good thing. It's a really good show. So what do you guys think? Who's your favorite character? Is it Bucky? Is it Sam? Is it Zemo? Let me know. I'd love to read your comments. And I guess that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! That's probably good.